The black-owned, black-managed and black-operated platinum miner, Royal Bafokeng Platinum, has struck another sugar-coated deal with the big Impala Platinum, this time even sweeter than the first. And at the same time, it's decided to speed up and boost its capital expenditure rollout to 1.7 billion. Mining Weekly Online put the questions to the RBPlat CE, Steve Perry. Another new deal with Impala.
It's actually cooperation transactions between the two companies who are mining the same commodity.
Accelerating the capital expenditure.
The majority of that capital will be towards Styldrift, and the remainder thereof will be on development of phase 2, completion thereof, and the bulk of the remainder will be on phase 3 development of Boshkopi in order to open more phases. Impala will be bearing all the cost, and all the mine health and safety responsibilities rest with Impala. And the one that we have just announced today, they will be mining the boot area, which is close to North Shaft and corner of Styldrift. They will be mining it from their number 20 shaft, and that boot area is divided by a big fault between the North Shaft and that boot area, and Impala is better positioned to mine it economically from number 20 shaft, and for that we'll be getting 17% of revenue.
Tell us about the first one you did.
Impala will be mining our ore body, which is UG2, from the bottom of our south shaft. They will be mining them from their shaft number 6 and number 8, which is contiguous to that ore body. We would only reach that ore body in 10 to 15 years time. And therefore that helps to bring the cash flows forward, and to that we'll be getting 15% of the revenue.
So the second deal even sweeter from a revenue point of view,
and it's even a Merensky. It's a combination of Merensky and lesser UG2.
And what about potential for more of these?
Potential for further cooperation with Impala or any other producer operator in the area like West Israel, or a consolidation. At this stage it's still early to speculate, but we're open, and we think it will be foolhardy not to think of any cooperation of that nature, or even more when we've got all bodies contiguous to one another.
We have to revisit your relationship with Impala at other levels, and the question keeps coming up. You know, is this deal that was contemplated ahead of your listing still on the horizon?
It was a matter that was discussed between the two shareholders, and it fell through at a time. I guess your question will be, can it still happen? I don't know, but what I can tell you is that we as a company with the independent board will evaluate any offer, any proposal, business proposal that lands on our table, and we'll have to advise all our shareholders equally. We have got a strategy to grow this company, to move forward, and our strategy is not dictated to by what Impala will or will not do. Our strategy is threefold. Operational excellence, optimize Boshkopi in order to generate revenues that will take us to the second leg of our strategy, which is organic growth. Styldrift 1, which will more than double the output of the mine, and accelerating Styldrift 2, which is even a better ore body than Styldrift 1, in order that it should become an expansion project rather than a replacement project. We want to see ourselves at least a 1 million ounces producer in long term, which is close to 15 years time. The third leg of the strategy is the question that you just asked, consolidation. There has to be consolidation in the area. We cannot operate splinter in splinter groups around the area. Alternatively, consolidation should not become only through M&As. It could become through further cooperation in one way or the other. So we're open to that kind of a discussion. I mean, it will be foolhardy for us not to capitalize on the synergies that could present themselves in the area. But as you're talking about potential for M&As, the vehicle we are, the quality vehicle we are, I mean, puts us in a better state to do further M&As, and the space is wide to do further M&As in the area.
And you have cash on hand.
We have got cash on hand with cash generative. That's important. Unlike many of the company startups which are greenfield or brownfields, not cash generative, we are able to fund our capex capital projects at the same whilst generating that income. We don't have to go to the banks to raise funding. We don't have to go to the shareholders every time to go and raise capital. We are self-funding to a very large extent.
Thanks very much, Steve.